Hello and welcome to Overdrive. We're in Chennai this week, home of India's second largest car maker, Hyundai. 2011 was a good year for the company by any yardstick, with the Verna flying out of dealerships and its new small car, its latest hatchback, the Eon, getting some good reviews. Hyundai's first offering for 2012 is its luxury car, the new Sonata. Let's see what this car is all about.
One of the biggest attractions at the 2012 Auto Expo in New Delhi, the Hyundai i40, badged Sonata for India, is a car that intends to line up eye to eye and spec to spec with offerings from Honda, Toyota and the Germans. This time, Hyundai really means business in the luxury segment.
Over the past month, we've had a lot of viewers and readers sending us spy pictures of the new Sonata. Now, that level of interest is usually reserved for important and ugly or really good looking cars. And there can be no doubt as to which one the Sonata is. This is an eye-catching and really good looking car.
The styling, conceptualized by Hyundai's German design studio, makes an immediate impression. The Verna's success has brought the term fluidic design into mainstream usage, and the Sonata is the most striking example yet of its visual impact. With its massive chrome grille, contoured bumpers and projector headlamps, this is a car that will be noticed in almost any car park. The orchid stroke treatment is most apparent in profile, with strong, well-defined lines, a rising waist, Jaguar XJ-like steeply raked roofline, and coupe-ish stance. The neat rear is dominated by the sharp LED tail lamp cluster, though the prominent GDI badge had everyone who saw it believing this car was a diesel. Cars in the Sonata segment are judged largely by space and luxury, and on the space front, this sedan is a winner with lots of legroom and adequate headroom. Rear passengers also get dedicated AC vents, ventilated seats, and audio controls in the armrest.
As you can see, this cabin is a very comfortable place to be in.
The rest of the cabin continues the luxury theme. The beige trim is classy with lots of wood and chrome inserts. The steering wheel is good to grip. Both front seats are automatically adjustable, and the center console houses dual zone climate control and a top-notch audio system with USB and aux inputs, as well as Bluetooth phone connectivity. And rounding off the package is a reversing camera.
So that's three things checked off the list. The new Sonata looks great, has good space inside, and is fully loaded, stuffed in fact, with features. Let's go see how it drives.
Currently, the Sonata has only a petrol engine, and that's where the GDI badge I mentioned earlier comes in. The first power plant in the segment with direct injection, the 2.4-litre engine produces 201 PS of power at 6,300 RPM and a solid 250 Newton meters of torque. It's a very refined engine that pulls cleanly from as low as 1,500 RPM, giving it high scores in the drivability stakes.
The direct injection petrol engine comes with a choice of two transmissions, a 6-speed manual and a 6-speed automatic. And while the automatic is obviously effortless to drive, the manual is definitely the more fun option. The gearbox is slick and precise, and you feel more in control of the engine and its power delivery, especially when you need to dart in and out of traffic or make a quick overtaking maneuver. And more importantly, most people who buy this car are going to hand the keys over to the chauffeur and settle down in the back, in which case the manual is just the better value option.
When launched in full thrust mode, the manual Sonata gets from 0 to 100 km an hour in 9.6 seconds, making it one of the quickest cars in its segment. It certainly has pace, but I was curious to see just what the Sonata was capable of in the handling stakes, especially after being so disappointed by the Verna's dynamic ability.
Like all Hyundai cars, the Sonata has a really light steering, but this one does weight up noticeably as speeds build. And unlike the Verna, this one doesn't wallow and pitch when you're trying to drive it hard. Sure, there is some body roll and the Sonata is a bit lazy to turn into corners, but really, most people buying this car are not going to be trying to set lap times at the MMSC racetrack.
What they will be interested in is ride quality, which is good. Sonata uses McPherson's with coil springs up front and a multi-link rear suspension, and is definitely stiffer sprung than Hyundai's other offerings.
I've spent the best part of 2 days driving this car around extensively and being driven around while in the back seat, and I can tell you that the ride quality is just what customers are going to expect from a Hyundai product. Over good roads, it's soft and plush, and though it does get a bit bouncy when the roads get rough, it's perfectly adequate and on par with the Sonata's Japanese rivals. It's not quite up to the German benchmark just yet, but this car will compare very nicely with both the Accord and the Camry when it comes to ride quality.
Over the past few years, Hyundai has got its finger on the pulse of the Indian car buyer. The Sonata, for example, is the typical Hyundai product. Good looking, fully loaded and softly sprung. And while the approach may not appeal to driving enthusiasts, it's found a lot of favour with the public at large.
Hyundai will announce the new Sonata's prices post-budget, but going by the company's recent offerings, you can expect it to be great value. What it is missing is a diesel engine to help it take on the likes of the Škoda Superb. And we'll tell you just how the Sonata fares against its rivals very soon, right here on Overdrive.